5 a.m. and today is about to be a wild ride and I'm excited to bring you guys along. We're going to be talking about why personal development isn't meant to stay personal. A lot of times we think as we're improving, as we're running miles, as we do hard things, that it's all about our own personal development, which is true. But as I always say to the group, if running 100 miles is the hardest thing you ever do, you miss the point. It has to be a part of something greater. And so today I'm gonna go out, I'm running 3 hours out on the trails. And then tonight we're getting together with the community, we're gonna go golfing and we're gonna learn, collaborate and grow together. So today's gonna be awesome. I'm excited to bring you guys along. And if you're a father or if you're a husband or even an entrepreneur, high performer, runner, just trying to figure out where you fit in this world, what your purpose is, fulfillment, this is a video where you can see the deeper meaning as to why you're out there going through the hard times, putting in the work, and doing things you don't want to do, because that's where it matters, is when it comes back to your family, when it comes back to those you love most. All right, fit check. We got the Solomon 12-liter skin pack, 12-liter hydration bottles, and then we got the in-house Ultra shirt. Won this, had to work really hard for it. Dead last running tights, and today we're gonna be rocking the New Balance 5s and some Stance socks. So hopefully it all holds up. We're about to be running for 3 hours. We got to be going at 11:30, 12 pace, so nothing too crazy, just slow and steady, baby. Let's go. All right, we made it to the trail. We're about to get after it. We're going to try to hold an 11:30 pace at a 135 heart rate, and so, you know, it'll be good. Just interesting, long, slow run, which is sometimes hard for me because, you know, you just want to come out and sprint up the hill, but got to have discipline even in the slow runs, because they're what's going to build the cardiovascular base to maintain you on the race day when it's time to be at a 10:30 pace at a 135 heart rate for 18 hours. So that's the goal today. About to get on it. Let's go. I'm not gonna lie, this pace feels really slow, but it's good for me because my heart rate's been at like a 120 the whole time so far, and just enjoying the morning. Sometimes it's good to slow down just so your body can learn that it can hang here for a long time and not get too tired, and so, you know, it's good. All right, we're getting further into the run and the deep thoughts start to surface. And one thing that I think about with these longer, slower runs is there's 3 different types of way to approach life and runs and challenges in general, right? There's like a sprint. People always say, you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. But I believe there's times to sprint, times for a marathon, and then there's times for an ultra marathon. And a sprint is like race day. It's where you give everything, and it's like, I don't care what happens to me, if I'm injured, if I'm hurt, if this is the worst day of my life, I'm gonna finish this thing and put it all out there. But then there's a marathon where it's like, this too shall pass. This is just a time period of investment where it may suck for a moment, but we'll get through it and move on, right? And that was like when the early years of neuromastery, me and Kelsey had to invest a lot of ourselves, and it was hard. We were financially broke. We, you know, struggled with eating food and having enough to get by, and that was hard. But we knew if we invested that time, it would all turn out. Morning. But then you have the ultra marathon, and the ultra marathon is you're playing endgame. You got to live to run another day. And so right now on this run, the intention is to go slow, but to have time on my feet to still get my body moving. And hopefully the goal is that I'll still be able to run by the time I'm 80 to 90 years old and spend time on the trails. Maybe not as competitively as I'm trying to right now, but live to run another day. And that's where you think of the long haul, like this is end game. This is going to build day upon day, and the compound interest is what I'm hoping for. And there's times in life for all of those. And so it's just being intentional with which one you're in at that time, because not every day can be a sprint or a marathon. It's not supposed to be that way. Like, I'm not running right now for the Kodiak 100 at the Kodiak 100 pace because I'm not racing. It's not that time. And so it's just playing that long game and hopefully building that compound interest that adds up. So I'm grateful to be out. So the reason that's important to understand is then you're intentional with your time. Like, you can plan in times for a sprint where you're gonna give it everything you got, because most people spend most of their time in marathon mode. Like, this is just a means to an end, which is great, but it shouldn't last forever, because then you get marginal growth. And then you have the ultra marathon where it's like, this is end game for me. I'm trying to build a skill set that will last the rest of my life. And that should be daily activities. Like with your wife, you're showing up, and that's when you walk through the door. What energy do you bring? Are you complimenting her? Daily efforts that make a difference for yourself, kids, your job, skill sets, end game. And so it's being intentional with each one of those and where your time goes that makes a difference. All right, we're going to Cam's favorite place for dinner before we hit the range.
Got more, let's say.
So basically the reason we love this place is it's like Mexican food, but they'll just give you a big stack of meat on a plate, and it's so good. So we're heading there right now. Been low on carbs all day, baby, so let's go. We got ourselves a steak torta. This thing is huge.
Just put it in your gullet. Slide it right down your gullet. Oh, you ripped it, dude.
Quiet in the gallery, please. Prepping.
Yeah, get that yellow sauce.
What up? We're heading golfing right now, and I'm so excited. It's gonna be a blast. We have 3 foursomes going, and look what we just got. Little golfer. So we're gonna be doing some competitions. It's gonna be a blast. The guys are coming, they're all motivated. We've been talking trash all day. They think they're gonna win, but we've been practicing. Me and Cam, we're going a little bit early. We're gonna warm up on the range and drive some balls, and so that's gonna be fun. So we'll see you guys there. Boys here are ready to go. All right, so this is the first ever Neuromastery Am, so it's gonna be pretty fun. All the guys showed up. We got 9 of us here, and we're ready to go. All right, Cam, what's your next challenge?
We got the High Rocks Anaheim in December. Getting prepped for it, getting prepared already, so.
How has your training that you've done leading up to it affected your family, community, and yourself?
I mean, with the training, it's you either show up or you didn't, right? And it's the same thing with the people around you, with my kids. And so by doing that and practicing there in the gym, it allows me to do it elsewhere and also hold a standard with the guys. They expect me to show up, I expect them to show up, and there's just no question of what's expected.
All right, me and Chaz are twosome today. We're going hunting this fall. He's gonna get me my first buck. It's gonna be sick. How you doing at golf, Dad?
Sucking.
I think we're in last place, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm as stiff as a board, and Chaz,
This is my second time golfing.
second time golfing, so we're working on it. We're just practicing. Max, what are you training for?
I am training for a 50-mile race, an ultra, and I'm also training for a sub 3-hour marathon.
And how has that training affected you as an entrepreneur, husband, and as a part of the community?
Yeah, I think mostly it's done 2 things. Number 1, it has elevated my belief as far as what I'm capable of in not just the fitness, but also business and being present with my family and, inspiring others. Like it's been really cool to increase my belief of like what I'm actually capable of throughout this whole process. And then also what it's really helped me do is increase my skills in time management, because the training is no joke. It's, 10 plus hours a week of training, and you got to find time for that. And so as a busy business owner, you've got to learn how to manage your schedule so that you can fit in all your training and be very disciplined with like when you go to sleep and when you wake up. So it's definitely helped me with my skill set in time management. But overall, like, it's definitely changed my life training for these races. And I know it's changed my family's life, and I'm being a better man because of it.
What are you training for, Jason?
I am training for a 50 mile, doing the Dead Horse Ultra November 15th.
And how has that affected you as a husband and in your business and with the community?
It's made me more focused. It's kind of realigned me as to like having goals actually brings motivation. I mean, I was kind of stuck in a rut to where I was just going through the motions, going to work, coming home. But now I got to manage my time better. I got to find time to train. I got to make sure I'm counting my macros and getting, healthy. And so honestly, it's just made me a better man. My wife has noticed my mood has been better. So it's been doing some good things. I've only been doing it for 2 weeks, so it's been good.
Let's go. Alex, what are you training for?
I'm training for a 50K and a 50 miler.
And how has the training that you've been doing affected you as a husband, father, and business owner?
It's anchored me, made me focus on the things in my life that actually matter. So by saying yes to certain things, I'm saying no to other things. And it's strenuous to train for a race like this and have a family and run a business. And so I've had to eliminate a lot of things that actually didn't matter. So that's been huge for me.
So what are you training for right now, Ashton?
Training for High Rocks, and in December out in Anaheim.
So how has the training that you're doing right now affected you as a father, husband, and business? I now present to you
Is all of it. So I just recently had a son. I've got 2 girls before that, and the way that it's changed me is dedication and also just showing up for them is kind of what I've done. Is I'm showing up for myself to be able to improve myself every day and be my best self.
All right, guys, that's a wrap. The first Neuromastery Am is in the books. We gave the trophy. It was a blast. We had some good golf, some great memories, and I'm also inspired hearing all the guys' answers of how the training is affecting them as a father, and their time, their energy, and how they're showing up was really cool to watch. So I'm excited. Today was awesome. And if you loved the video, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.